it says function. That
mapping. I saw that.
Sphere.
I saw that,
it's
dude.
Unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable because you really do have a ball projection on a flat. I mean, it would be just like if this wall in here that I have a projector right now, look, screening movies on this wall. I could easily project a ball on this wall, and if I had 3D capabilities or had 3D glasses, I could see a ball on this wall. That's exactly what stereographic projection means.
But why would they?
It's not real,
John. Why would they? Why would they do that? Why would they take this shape of a sphere and then make a map out of that?
I mean, all I can conclude is that they thought it would be. At first, I mean, it may have been it may have been an ideal that they. It may have been exactly what I said, to try to bring about the ideal of completeness, of holistic completeness, that we're all one world, one people, and we're all compacted in. We're surrounding this world, this ideal. We're all together, complete, surrounding this plane, right? And they from there. They used it as a way of bringing about their agenda of taking just a simple kind of teaching and turn it into a ballistic global
and they used
agenda.
it to take over the world, because I was listening to Neil deGrasse again, and I got my point across. What I was trying to say is what he was exposing is that they used this science and said, "Oh, we need to. Christopher Columbus wants to get to the end of around the globe," but what they did was they came to America and then took over, and then they convinced everyone that it's a fucking globe. I mean, get the fuck out of here! It's been one big brainwash for 500 years since they did this shit.
Yeah.
And it's been based on their science, which is a bunch of bullshit, which you're exposing right now by saying the wordage, everything is axioms, everything is fucking imaginary bullshit.
It's imaginary, man. It's just it's a starting point of reasonable bullshit based on material that may or may not be truth.
Mm-hmm.
But they just pull something out of their ass and say, this may be the truth here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hell, it may not be the truth. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's what mathematics and geometry and all these science are based on. It's just an ideal that somebody pulls out of their ass, a starting point of bullshit to build upon.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that that's the case, but I don't know what else to say. It is.
Well, for some reason I'm thinking about the alphabet and then like the numbers. Like maybe when we say 1, 2, 3, it's like a spell, or ABC.
Yeah.
Like A, and maybe it's about the frequency of our voice. Maybe we don't understand like what we're doing or what we really are, or how special we are, or how important we are, or how close we are.
I definitely don't think we do as far as that goes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's like A, B, C. Who fucking knows, man?
Listen to this shit, Johnny. Intuitively, then, the stereographic projection is a way of picturing the sphere as the plane.
Yeah.
Intuitively.
Yeah.
Meaning, I guess, very knowledgeably, okay, very knowledgeably in the sense of that I have some insight on this, okay, some insight. All right?
So they take the globe and they make it stereoscopic.
Then the stereographic projection is a way of picturing the sphere as the plane. with some inevitable compromises.
What? Inevitable? Oh, yeah.
Inevitable compromises.
That makes all the...
Picturing the spear as the plane.
It makes all the continents way bigger. That's the problem.
Yeah. Because the spear and the plane appear in many areas of mathematics and its application, so does the stereographic projection. It finds use in diverse fields, including complex analysis, cartography, you don't say, geology, and photography. Really. In practice, the projection is carried out by computer or by hand using a special kind of graph paper called a stereographic net, shortened to stereo net or wolf net.
Wolf net.
I guess I could look that up.
Hey, I was always curious about the web, the net, the internet, the World Wide Web, and like Tesla found like something in the atmosphere is electric. Like you get high enough and you get free electricity, like with antennas and everything.
Yeah.
So, that's the web. That might be the don't. Like, remember the guy I sent you the thing with the DMT trip, and he saw the fucking web. Well, what he saw was probably the electric dome. I mean, it might be electric too. I don't know. I don't fucking know what's going on, dude. That sounds crazy.
And I guess you got the thing about planispherium. The stereographic projection was known to Pargus, Ptolemy, and probably earlier to the Egyptians. It was originally known as the planisphere projection. Planispherium by Ptolemy is the oldest surviving document that describes it. One of the most important uses was the representation of celestial charts. The term planisphere is still used to refer to such charts. Let's look at planispherium, alright?
Yeah, that one intrigued me. That was my joke. Out of all that shit, like, you sent 20... Fuck.
I sent a bunch of them, man.
You're like, Johnny, you're fucking slacking, Johnny. And I'm like, motherfucker, how am I supposed to follow this?
You just gotta read over it, you know. But I mean, there's a lot to read and research. You know, it says the planispherium is a work by Ptolemy. The title can be translated celestial plane or star chart. In this work, Ptolemy explored the mathematics of mapping figures inscribed in the celestial sphere onto a plane by what is now known as stereographic projection. This method of projection preserves the properties of circles. Now, understand, everything that they tell you is always probably upside down backwards, because listen to what he says.
Yeah.
Again, it sounds like he's saying, and sometimes it sounds like they're saying, okay, that they're trying to show us they're trying to show us a plane image or plain Earth, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, they're using the sphere project to plane, but no, they're not. You know what I mean? They're using the plane to project a sphere is what they're doing. And of course, we read that. You know, if you go back and read the original, you know, thing that I read, it was talking about basically taking a plane and projecting a sphere on it that I read earlier. Was it stereographic projection that I was reading? The first thing that I read was talking about, and then all of a sudden they even in the middle of this article, of this material, they change what they're saying. You know, they change from, okay, we're trying to take a plane and project a sphere, to we're taking a sphere and trying to project a plane. I noticed that in the middle of this material.
Yeah, Euclidean space for a given dimension, and that geometric transformations are permitted to transform for extra points called points at infinity to Euclidean points and vice versa. Property's meaningful. I mean,
Go
come
to
on.
plane. Yeah, I know.
Get the fuck
But
out.
yeah, I know, man. Go to plane geometry, and then you'll find the stereographic projection. Stereographic projection, initially, when you start reading it, it shows you a ball being presented or sphere on a plane.
Yeah.
All right? But they change the wording of it. They change it initially from they're projecting a ball on a plane to they're projecting a plane on a ball. You see what I'm saying? They changed the wording of it in the middle of the material.
I saw that too. I kind of caught that too.
Yeah.
They went opposite.
Absolutely, man, because they give you the truth initially in the article or the material, and then they change it. It's kind of it's very deceptive.
I remember why I picked Planisphere out of everything, Planispherium, out of all this info. It was because the picture with the guy with the globe on his shoulders. And like that reminded me of growing up, because I always felt like that, like the world was on my shoulders, you know.
Yeah, listen to this: the planisphere. All right.
Stereographic.
The word planisphere, Latin planispherium, was originally used in the 2nd century by Ptolemy to describe the representation of a spherical Earth by a map drawn in the plane.
Huh?
Let me read that again. The word planisphere, Latin planispherium, was originally used in the 2nd century by Ptolemy to describe the representation of a spherical Earth by a map drawn in the plane.
So it was like you said, it was reversed.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
To describe the representation of a spherical Earth by a map drawn in the plane. In the plane. Just think about what that's saying, all right? In the plane, all right? Of a spherical Earth, a representation of a spherical Earth, meaning bullshit, by a map drawn in the plane. To me, that's the way that's an axiom. That's what I would call it. You know, a complete axiom. Delete the X. An axiom of bullshit that has a reasonable bullshit starting point. You know, based on bullshit truth and evidence. You know. That may or may not be true.
I found a stereographic.
And we postulate based on the bullshit. You know.
Hey, I found a stereographic projection. It's a particular mapping function that projects a sphere onto a plane. The projection is defined on the entire sphere except at one point, the projection point, where it is defined. The mapping is a smooth and bijective. What the fuck? It is conformal, meaning that it preserves angles at which curves meet. It is neither.
I just thought about something. We can't really be talking about this, Johnny, because we don't support the leaders of the Flat Earth movement. So even though we're flat earthers that agree with them on this as to be the truth, we don't accept them because we think they are axioms. Full of shit. So we can't really, you know what I mean? We can't, we are rejected because we are not down with their bullshit of their reasonable starting point of postulated bullshit. You know what I mean? So to speak.
Dude, I just found the North Pole in this wiki you sent me. It says Euclid never used numbers to measure length, angle, or area. In this way, the Euclidean plane is not quite the same as... But wait, then you sent me this. Hold on. And it says the 1-point compactification of the plane is homomorphic to a sphere. See stereographic projection. The open disk is homeomorphic to a sphere with the North Pole. What the fuck? Why they put the North Pole in there? Why they put the North Pole? Missing. And then it says missing. Missing. To a sphere with the North Pole missing. Adding the point completes the compact sphere. The result of the compactification is a manifold referred to the Riemann sphere or the complex projected line. The projection from the Euclidean plane to a sphere without a point is a diffeomorphism and even a conformal map. The plane itself is homeomorphic and the diffeomorphic to an open disk for the hyperbolic plane, such as diffeomorphism is conformal, but the Euclidean plane is not. There you go.
Yeah, exactly, man. Let's see.
Dude,
this.
How could I?
The I can't pronounce it. Homomorphism. Okay, that's something I think I sent you also.
Yeah.
That needs to be looked at.
Okay.
And in mathematics, a diffeomorphism is an isomorphism of smooth manifolds. Of smooth manifolds, all right? It is an invertible function that maps one differential manifold to another such that both the function and its inverse are smooth, okay? All right. I'm trying to find the homomorphism. I know I sent it to you. Let's see if I can back this thing up.
This is the best show ever.
Across what you just read, is a manifold. You should see the manifold here. The real projective plane is a two-dimensional manifold, okay? Think about that. The real projective plane is a two-dimensional manifold. Didn't we read about the two-dimensional plane?
Yeah.
And how
it's infinite.
Two-dimensional. But it talks about it being a straight, flat surface. What it talks about.
Yeah.
You know, the two-dimensional is a two-dimensional. This says the real projective plane. This is a manifold. Mm-hmm. The real projective plane is a two-dimensional manifold that cannot be realized in three dimensions without self-intersection, chosen here as Boy's surface. The surface of the Earth requires at least two charts to include every point. Here the globe is decomposed into charts around the North and South Pole. Which again, this is all bullshit, guys. In mathematics, a manifold is a topological space that locally resembles Euclidean space near each point, alright? Which is bullshit, alright? More precisely, each point of an n-dimensional manifold has a neighborhood that is homomorphic to the Euclidean space of dimension. In this more precise manifold terminology, a manifold is referred to as an n-manifold. Okay, let's click on homomorphic, all right? Now, I'm watching a coffee cup turn into a donut here, Johnny. Okay?
Yeah, I saw that. It makes sense.
I'm watching a coffee cup turn into a donut.
I saw that.
A coffee cup turns into a donut. It says in the mathematical field of topology, a homomorphism or topological isomorphism or bicontinuous function is a continuous function between topological spaces as a continuous inverse function. I guess completely changing or turning upside down, correct? Homomorphisms are the isomorphisms in the category of topological spaces. That is, they are the mappings that preserve all the topological properties of a given space. These spaces with a homomorphism between them are called homomorphic. And from a topological viewpoint, they are the same. The word homomorphism comes from the Greek words homeos, similar or same, and morphic shape form, introduced to mathematics by Henry Poincaré in 1895. Alright, very roughly Generally speaking, a topological space is a geometric object, and the homomorphism is a continuous stretching and bending of the object. Excuse me. Let me read that again. And the homomorphism is a continuous stretching and bending of the object into a new shape. Johnny.
Yep.
But a sphere and a torus are not. Well, excuse me, I read too far. Thus, a square and a circle are homomorphic to each other. Thus, a square and a circle are homomorphic to each other, meaning they're different shapes. But a sphere and a torus are not. However, this description can be misleading. Some continuous deformations are not homomorphisms, such as the deformation of a line into a point. Some homomorphisms are not continuous deformations, such as the homomorphism between a trefoil knot and a circle. An oft-repeated mathematical joke is that topologists can't tell the difference between a coffee cup and a donut. Let me read that again. An often-repeated mathematical joke is that topologists can't tell the difference between a coffee cup and a donut. Amen. Since the sufficiently pliable donut can be reshaped to the form of a coffee cup by creating a dimple, progressively enlarging it while preserving the donut hole in a cup's handle. Think about all that.
Yeah, so what they're saying is that's a metaphor, like as a joke for them saying you're full shit.